Oh, Morena. Now, I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit tired. I had a very big weekend. At a sports camp, a taekwondo camp with my son. And we had to leave very early in the morning and come back very late at night, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, it's a very cool problem to have because I got to hang out with all these amazing athletes and, watch my son get presented with a New Zealand tracksuit. Like, that's pretty cool, isn't it? It's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. And they were told they were in the top 1% of their sport. Like, that's fucking extraordinary. And for someone who loves high performance, oh my God, I'm a proud mama. So, but boy, have I got a big week. I do not have the luxury of tired this week. I'm like, right, Lisa, do not talk about being tired. Let's get busy. Lucky for me, I've got some fucking cool stuff on because cool stuff gives me the energy, the emotional energy that I need, right? So I had to have a very early night last night and I've got to have another very early night tonight because my sleep debt, wow, I like to think of it as a bank balance and I'm like, think I'm a little overdrawn. Be a shame you can't get a sleep credit card. Wouldn't that be nice if you could just get sort of extra sleep that you could just bank? Quite like to do that. So today's a busy day because I've got lots of prepping to do and then I've got to fly to Auckland because I'm speaking at an event tomorrow. I'm very excited. I get to hang out with the ASB Bank. Oh my God, I get to do gorgeous things. I'm so lucky, aren't I? So I'm running a workshop. That's pretty cool. So I'm doing that. Then I'm going to, so I've got a pack for Auckland. That's not such a big deal because Auckland's easy, isn't it? And I always like to stay where I'm presenting. So that makes life easier because then I don't need fucking raincoats and umbrellas and bullshit because I'm already in the building. So that's lovely. Then I'm going to whiz back on Tuesday after I've run this amazing workshop and which I've been working on. I got up early this morning to finish the content because that's a pretty exciting thing. I love weaving like company values into the training that we're doing. So it's like, cool, what do you want? What do you want people to do? How do you want them to feel? How do you want them to be? What do you want them to learn? And then how do we just kind of make that theirs, like weave all that shit in? So I've been weaving this morning. Then after I've done that, I'm jumping on hopefully a fast plane. I'm hoping it's a fast plane because I have to whiz back home and I have my first Reclaim Your Life session on Tuesday night. So I've got a very quick turnaround to get off the plane and into my studio. And then I've got 90 minutes of live presenting, which I'm really excited about because this is all new shit and I'm excited. I love the idea of people reclaiming their lives, of taking back their energy, of calling back their power, of stepping back into themselves because it's so easy to get lost, isn't it? Sometimes you just think, who am I? What happened to me? Where did I go? I think I lost myself under the couch. Anyway. So that's happening. That's pretty exciting. And then Wednesday is another hectic day because I've got lots of meetings and planning and things to do because Thursday I'm flying to Queenstown. I know I've got the best time. So I'm going to whiz to Queenstown. I've got an appointment with my dad, sorting him out. Don't know how long that'll take. Then I'm going to whiz to Queenstown and I've got a lovely night. Do you know something I love to do? I love to fly the night before I present. And, I'm so lucky. People say, oh, it must be really hard, but it's actually quite incredible because when you travel for work, like I arrive, like tonight, I will arrive in Auckland and all night I'm kind of just immersed in my purpose for the next day. So I'm not cooking dinner, I'm not folding washing, I'm not running around after pets, I'm not dropping off kids. I'm just fully immersed in who I need to be the next day. That's a real luxury and it helps me be really good at what I do because I'm able to be so present because I don't have all the fuckery. Like all of you who are at home and working, you have to be balancing these worlds all the time, whereas I get to completely shift worlds. It's not for everyone, but I love it. So, and then I'm going to move to Queenstown just for 24 hours and I'm going to whiz down there and I get to speak to hundreds of accountants. Now, you might say boring. They're not boring at all. They're extremely clever. And most people I know were accountants. They kind of were good at maths. And then they popped up and realised they're fucking good at helping people. And they really are advisors because they don't sit there with their calculators anymore, with those adding. Remember the adding machine with the long tape? They don't have that anymore. No, they are advisors and they get to talk to us about what is the right thing for us and how to prepare for all the tax and all the fuckery that you need and how to manage yourself and how to increase your profits, lower your costs. And they become like a business friend. That's what I reckon. Anyway, so I like accountants. I like all the people say, accountants boring, and real estate agents are dodgy. And I think, oh, bullshit. I think real estate agents are fucking extraordinary. They work their asses off and people just don't understand how hard it is to be them. And accountants are way more interesting and creative and cool than you realise. So anyway, hanging out with them. How lovely is that? So that's a very big week. So I've got 2 suitcases to pack. One for Auckland, one for Queenstown. I've checked the weather. I always check the weather. Different weather, so that's good. And then I've got a lot going on, so I'm just organising little pockets of perfect in there. Like I've got a massage booked in. That's quite good, isn't it? I've got a little coffee date with a friend. That's quite lovely. I've got quite a bit of downtime, quite a bit of alone time, which is good because I've got a lot of planning and prepping to do at the moment and lots of working. Loads of working. It's a very busy working week. I'm quite lucky because some weeks I don't work much. Other weeks I work a lot. I'm very inconsistent. I'm probably the most inconsistent person you'll ever meet because I actually fucking hate consistency. And so this week is just all work. Not much play, if I'm honest. Not much play, not much family, nearly all week. But I had a whole weekend of family and that was delicious. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. Got a few hangovers from last week, a few things I haven't done. Didn't get the cats booked in. Bloody hell. Impossible to get a doctor's appointment around here at the moment. Like that just doesn't work. Because I don't know, if you find a spare doctor somewhere, could you just dig them out, brush them off and pop them out into the world? We need more doctors, don't we? I don't know why they don't. Oh, why am I don't know why they don't have more doctors coming out of medical school. Like, why is it so hard to get into medical school if we need doctors? We need so many fucking doctors. It's impossible. And, it's really hard out there for people that can't get appointments. And you ring up and go, I'd like to see my GP. And they go, oh, haven't got any appointments for 3 weeks. So that's no good. I won't be sick in 3 weeks. I'll be fine. When I was a kid, you said I need to go to the doctor. You went at 2:00. And I know that when I was a kid, it's not a useful frame, but fuck me, we need to sort that out. I don't know. Are people getting sicker or are there just less doctors? But anyway, and then every time I go to a medical centre, everyone's so under the pump. Like it's mental. It is mental. Mind you, I did spend 14 hours in A&E not that long ago with a family member. And it was fucking ridiculous. We're in a hospital. Now, I think you go to hospital if you're nearly dying. No, people were turning up. Oh, my foot's sore. Really? Your foot's sore? And I think because people can't get into GPs, they turn up at the fucking hospitals. Now, to me, a hospital is a last-ditch resort. You don't just go there, because I've got a sore finger. People do. Oh, my daughter's started sneezing. I'm like, what the fuck? What's wrong? Where's the common sense? If I didn't feel well, my mother plopped me into bed, no TV. She said, no, if you're going to have the day off school, no TV. Because otherwise it was an incentive, wasn't it? So we just sat in our room. I used to make puppets out of paper bags and spoons. I used to make puppet shows. See, now it feels like I had a deprived childhood. I didn't. I was alone with 2 paper bags and 2 spoons, and I used to make them into characters, and we would talk, of course, because I love talking. But it's like, and if I had a tummy bug, I got boiled lemonade. Did you get boiled lemonade? My mother boiled the lemonade so the bubbles went out of it, so it didn't irritate your tummy, and then you were just drinking pretty much lolly water. And if you had a cold, you had Vicks rubbed on your chest and you went to bed early. I don't know where everyone's gone with all these old remedies. No one does these things. I think the world's gone a bit bonkers, but that's probably not a new thing. Probably not a new thing. So I'm looking forward to a bit of rest this weekend because bloody hell, I'm going to need it. Because this week is a crazy, crazy week. So I'm praying for very good aeroplane rides. There's been a lot of disruption into the Wellington airport. So I'm praying for good aeroplane rides. I'm praying to get lots done. And I hope you have an amazing week. We've got a full moon today. Full fucking moon. Check her out. She is glorious. Have a meeting with the moon. I always love a meeting with the moon. And go get something organised for next week. That's my mission this week. I'm going to try and find space just to slow down. I'm going to be hydrated. I got a bit dried out last week. Hydration's my new thing. That and my fish oil. I've got to get better at the supplements because I do intend to take them. But sometimes I just get to the end of the day and go, fuck it, Lisa. And I'm going to rust up if I don't take my fish oil. My brain will rust shut. So anyway, you've got to take your supplements. You've got to drink the water. Now, my planner this week says, be you, do you, for you. Now, that will sound very self-absorbed, but it's true. You just got to be yourself. Do what you need to do to be good at being yourself and do it for you. Because when you do it for you, it's different, right? Because if you do it for someone else and they don't care, then you've lost your sort of reason for doing things. So doing it for you is really important. There you go. It's all about you. That's what you needed to hear, right? There you go. You look amazing. You've got a great ass. Have a good week. Happy days. That's what you needed to hear. Right, go have a great week. Bye.